Shaun White seems to be everywhere these days. On TV, on clothing lines, in my house cooking breakfast. He's everywhere. His fame has finally taken him into video games, and Ubisoft has set out to create the definitive Shaun White simulator. Frizzy hair not included. Shaun White Snowboarding takes a cue from Skate in that all the moves and courses are unlocked from the very beginning. There are 4 unique mountains and they are huge. It'll take you a good 10 minutes to go from the top to the bottom. Or 5 mountains if you're privileged enough to go to Target. Their version has their non-branded name of Target Mountain. On these mountains are challenge markers and you just have to make your way to initiate. Now, Shaun White is at its best online. And anything you do in the single player can be done with multiplayer. And the main difference is that the mountains become online hubs for up to 16 people. You can invite these people to challenges, and it's a very relaxed way of doing things. The idea is to capture the whole snowboarding culture and community, and it works well enough. Sometimes online, you're going to see these guys teleporting around just due to lag, but your control is never affected, so at least when you're controlling online, you're going to have a smooth experience. You're just going to see other people doing a little bit of wonky stuff. The whole setup is good and all, but the game doesn't really know what it wants to be from a gameplay standpoint. Now your tricks start out very realistic in the beginning, but as you unlock new boards and get crazy focus powers, it becomes more and more ridiculous. Yep, that's right, you basically get superpowers. This arcade edition doesn't fit in with the first few hours of gameplay and ultimately sends a mixed message. The multiplayer is really where it's at, because playing alone is a little bit boring. Now you do the same assortment of air tricks, ground tricks, and challenges, but it's much more fun to play with friends. Single player is just way too easy, and Shaun White Snowboarding is generally forgiving when landing jumps, so you always want to play against people because at least you'll have some interaction going on. Now, there's just not a lot to do on the mountain, and really, if your friends aren't buying this, you probably should rethink if you should. Shaun White has a pretty decent game buried in all of the annoying stuff, and performing tricks can be satisfying. It's just not very consistent with itself. Either do a full arcade game like SSX, or do a realistic sim, guys. Trying to jam both in the same game just doesn't work. Now, if you're interested in this one, make sure you're also interested in multiplayer. If not, well, you can always just wear a frizzy wig and pretend you're Shaun White. For the full written review, head over to IGN.com.